Hey my friends, good people, how you guys doing? So like a grand day, and then we go to with the the lessons that ne. So today the market structure, which is very important for you to know the structure of the whatever pair that you are trading, because if you can't define the structure that is currently there on your time frame or on your whatever that you're trading, then you won't know if ever you should be looking for selling opportunities or buying opportunities. So there are three states in which the thing can be in. Number one, it's either we are in an uptrend, downtrend, or we are ranging, or some they will say consolidation, when we are not making any strides in either directions. So uptrend, that's when like uptrend, the price is basically moving up, and then downtrend is going down, and then so this is uptrend, downtrend, and then consolidation. We are basically going to the side, not making any impulse moves in either direction. So this is consolidation. So you need to know, or how do I define, how do I tell if the price is in uptrend, or how do I know if the price is going down, and how do I know if the price is sort of consolidating? It's very important. If you can write down this, the rules, where you will say, if I see the price doing 1 2 3, then I know it is an uptrend, or if I see it doing 1 2 3, then I know it's going down, and then if I see it doing 1 2 3, then I know it's consolidation. Then you will know that if I can define the structure and say it's downtrend, then I know that I shouldn't be talking about buying, so I will only be talking about selling, buy, and then you do both. So you do both in consolidation, depending on how big the consolidation is, because sometimes you'll find that the consolidation is just small, then there you can't do anything. But if it's consolidating like this, at least you know that if it's here I can buy, if it's there then I sell. I continue doing that up until it breaks one of either the support or the resistance. So if it breaks to the upside, then I know that I should continue buying. So in consolidation we can do both, but in downtrend we are purely selling, and then in an uptrend we are buying. So let's start with an uptrend, guys. Uptrend. So in an uptrend, basically we are making one up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, like that. Some they will define it how can I put this? We are making, this is a higher girl, this is our high, this is our low, this is our high, this is our low, this is our high, this is our low, this is our high, this is our low. Mara, in this case, when you are going up, you can tell that the high, whenever we are forming a new high, it is higher than the previous high. So that's why we can say that in an uptrend we'll have what? Higher high, higher high, higher high, higher high, and the low is lower than what? The previous low. So we'll have lower low, higher low, higher low, higher low, and higher low. Whatever. So those are the characteristics. So that's when you tell that in this time frame we are going to the upside, we are in an uptrend. So to define a uptrend, the higher highs, the higher lows. So how will I know that now the price is no longer in an uptrend? The moment the price, instead I get higher at the pullback, I don't expect it to pass this low, because the moment it comes lower than that, we are no longer making what? Higher high. The low that we're gonna make here is basically gonna be what? Lower than the previous low. So that's why in this case this is gonna be lower, low, because we always compare it to what? The previous low. So we compare this to that, to that, to that. So this is higher than this is higher than this is higher than that, then we're assuming this is higher than the previous one, y1. So here we were forming what? Higher lows, which is what? The state here when we are in an uptrend. But at the moment we violate the first low, we're no longer making the higher low, we made the lower low, which means what? Which means that this low that we are making here, it's lower than that low, so that's a lower low, so we can't continue buying in this state because the structure is what? The structure could be changing. It's possible that the price could be preparing to now move from being in an uptrend to being in a downtrend. So how will I tell that now we are in a downtrend? So the first sign here, we could be now changing to the downtrend going, we formed a lower low. Then you're no longer buying. If you were buying, then you're no longer buying. What do? You wait and see how this pullback, the current pullback, this one, where is it gonna end? So remember, this is higher, high, because it's higher than that, ne? So if this high, it doesn't go higher than that, it comes somewhere there, ne? And then it comes like that. You can see that as much as when you're talking of a high is something that you form at the top. So we've formed something there at the top. Matter what about it? One thing that I know, calling it, it's a lower high because it's lower than the previous low. Why one? So the moment I'm seeing that, we formed a lower low and we formed a lower high. Those are the indications of what? Downtrend. Why one? Or those are the characteristics that when now we could be going to the downtrend. So if we can maintain that lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, we will be in what? In downtrend. So that's the difference between what? An uptrend and a downtrend. You always compare the previous low to the new low, which is lower than that. The previous low, which is lower, lower, lower high, lower high, lower high. So that's a downtrend. So here I just want you to be able to just to identify the structure. We're not taking any trades. We cannot just use a higher high and a higher low to take trades. Here I just want you to know how to take the structure. So in the coming videos that I'm gonna make, I'm going to show you how you're gonna use this concept, your market structure, how you have to combine it with other concepts, same as how to draw a trend line, the concept of support and resistance. You have to apply all of them all at once. You must be able to apply all of them at once on your chart. In that way, if they all saying the same thing, then you know that you've got higher chances of winning, because you can't just use one concept to trade. Otherwise, things are not gonna go well for you. So here I want you to know that when you're talking about an uptrend, we will see the price moving up, making higher high and higher low. Matter when it goes down, the moment it breaks that high, so this is where the things started to change. Basically, this is where the things started to change. Here, I'm not sure if this color is visible enough, but let's use blue. This is where the things started to change. The moment we went lower than that low, then that's where we'll be like, we could be changing to the downside. So, but now how do I tell? What about, remember I said there are 3 states. You can be in an uptrend, downtrend, or consolidating, or just moving sideways. So how do I tell now that if the price is moving sideways? Remember, uptrend, higher high, higher low, downtrend, lower low, low, lower high. But how do I tell now what is this consolidation of moving sideways? I'll use the same structure. We are moving up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. When you're going down, look what we do now. We don't go past this. We just go exactly at it and then, or around it, more or less the same, and then go up. When you move up, we don't go past that. We don't have a higher high. We go past, we don't just go until there. We come down, we go up, we come down, we go up. So you can see that this price is not making any progress in either direction. It's not moving up, it's not moving down. It's just moving to the side. So that's what I'm saying. This is what we refer to as what? Consolidation, which is the state in between. Is there in between uptrend and downtrend. We're not going up, we're not going down, we're just consolidating. So that's when I said, remember I said, when you are in consolidation, you are more, if the space between the resistance and the support, if the space in between the two is big enough, you can take a trade here exit there. If it gives you another sign of reversal there, you take a trade there, you come and exit there. If it gives you another sign of reversal, either when I talk of signs of reversals, I already mentioned them in the video when I was talking about the candlestick patterns. You can just, it's one of the videos that I made there. You can just, it's there on the channel. You can just scroll all the way down, you'll find it. It's the title is something to do with candlestick patterns, ne? So how to about, if let's say I see this thing is here, ne? And remember, even the video that I made, supply and support and resistance, I said if this price comes here and then all of a sudden it turns like here, then the moment it comes to it, it's very interesting. You need to ask yourself a question. Well, the last time the price came here, it failed to go down. It failed to do this. It reversed and went up. So now it's coming to the same area again. Why? I just want to see how it is going to react to that. Why one? So when you ask yourself that question, when the price comes back here, if it gets here and then it gives you a pin bars, then you can buy and say that this seems like the best. The people that were pushing the price down, now they are being rejected, as I can see the rejection bars here, which means the price could be preparing to go back up. And when it goes back up, remember the last time it was here, it failed to break that area. So I can't just buy there and hope that the price will do this. Yes, it can do that. Mara, now I need to be, I cannot just say it has to do that, because it's not gonna happen. It might happen, Mara, to be on the safer side, buy here, exit there. So if I buy here and then it goes up and then I exit there, so the signs of reversal, or the reasons or the things that I need to be looking for in order to think of buying, you can look for pin bars, where pin bar or pin bars, either it can be one or two. As long as the pin bar, it happens at a significant area at our support, then I can take that and just put my stop loss below that, just smaller gap there, because for the price to come and hit my stop loss, it has to break what? The support. If the support is broken, it means that the buys are now invalid. I cannot be looking to buy anymore. I'll be shifting my focus to selling, because now the sellers have won. They have broken the support, so they should, I'm assuming they will continue to push the price even lower. So these are the signs of reversal that you can look for: the pin bar and also engulfing pattern or engulfing bar. I hope you know how to identify the two. If you don't, just make sure that you scroll on the page, look at the video that I made, candlestick patterns, then you'll find these two, and then I defined them. I even identified them on a chart. So you'll be looking for this, where exactly at the significant levels, at my support and resistance, as we are ranging, as we are consolidating. And then the day the price decides to do that, that's when you know that the buyers are still very much in control. So you can wait for what? A retest of this broken resistance, and then you can buy and say, since the buyers have won this battle, so if it pulls back and then retests that broken resistance, so it's no longer resistance, because remember, a resistance is a ceiling. So the resistance can become what? Can turn and become now a new support, because now it will be lower as we're moving forward. So basically that's it. So let's just recap the market structure that we can have, let's do this. That's just to recap, ne? So the market structure, we did market structure in this video. We said the structure can either be in an uptrend, downtrend, or consolidation. Uptrend will be seeing higher high and higher low. Downtrend will be seeing lower high and lower low. Consolidation, there is no new highs or new lows that are being formed. We're just going sideways, because remember, that's why we're doing this. We don't have a new high, we're just moving sideways. There's nothing that's higher than the other. So in an uptrend, we are buying. In a downtrend, we are selling. In a consolidation, if the space between the support and resistance is big enough, we are doing what? We are buying and we are selling. Buying at the bottom, selling at the top. I hope that makes sense, guys. So I'm gonna end this one here. I hope you learned something and you now understand the concept. Yeah, market structure. How do like the market structure? The structure on this time frame, is it going up or is it going down or is it going sideways? But let me just open the chart and then identify the higher highs and the higher lows on the chart, and then the lower lows and lower lows. I'm going to be quick this one, 2 minutes. I think everything should be done, and then also consolidation. So let's go to the chart. Okay, well, I opened USD CAD on daily chart, and then currently I can tell you that the daily chart is in an uptrend, because this is the lowest point on the screen, and then this is the highest point. Ne? Okay, this is fine. So it means it moved from here, it formed a high, ne? And then it came down and formed a low. It went up, formed a high, came down and formed a low, and then currently is there for it's gonna form a new high, ne? So what we can see from here is that this high is higher than that, this low is higher than that. So therefore that means we're running a higher high and a higher low. Therefore we know that a higher high and a higher low are the signs of what? An uptrend, which is this, that like you re-identified on our structure, on our the lesson that we just went through, whatever. So this is how you tell that what Ntwena is in higher high, is in a uptrend up until the day it takes out this low. It's always gonna be in an uptrend until the day we see this. Then that's when we say what? The daily chart, it's in an uptrend until it what? Takes out lower, the higher low that it formed. Or if it comes back, mara, it only turns some here and goes there, here and goes there, then we know that this is what it will become consolidation, because it's no longer maintaining its characteristics, saying the higher high and higher low. It's just making a high that is not even a high, but it's just making, going to the old high, coming back to the old low, going up to the old high. It will be what? Consolidation. So that's how you identify bargaining uptrend. So let's just quickly look for downtrend, then we'll end this video. All right, I managed to find the downtrend that we can just use to as an example. So we started there, we came here, we went up, came here, went up, came here, went up, came here, went up, came here, went up, came here. So we can see that this is a low, this is a high, 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 high. If you just go on your chart and mark these things, then you just mark it as a low. We don't yet decide whether it's high or low. So highly high, this is the ones above the highs, and then the ones below the lows. Okay? Now you have to, for you to be able to know the structure, ask yourself, when it formed this high, was it higher or lower than the previous one? It's low. This one lower than that one. This one lower than that, lower than that. Okay? This one lower high, this one lower low, lower low, lower low, lower low, lower low, lower low. Then you go back to your notes and say, oh, if I'm seeing lower highs and lower lows, it means somewhat downtrend. So if I'm in a downtrend, what is it that I have to do? Sell. We are only looking for selling opportunities. I will only start to look for buying opportunities the way the day the price loses what? Its lower high. So the day the price passes this previous high, goes that way, then that's when we'll be like the structure could be changing. Right, one? So that's how you identify a downtrend. Then the last one will be consolidation. So I will be quick with this one, then we done, guys. All right, let's use this one here, this area here, to use it for to explain the concept of consolidation. Eh? So what we can see here is that the price moved from there, came down, went up, came down, made a new low, right? It went up, it made a lower low, right? Came down, but you can see that now it is just moving, failing to go above, failing to go below, failing to go above, failing to go. So it's just moving sort of sideways like this. So that's what we call what? Consolidation. And it will remain in consolidation until the day it makes a lower low. So that's when, remember, if I in the previous one I said what? The day it breaks to the downside, then you know that the sellers have won. Then if it comes back and gives you, remember I said support can become resistance when it is broken. So this was our support, it is broken, then the price is sort of retesting that, and then it continued going down. So that's how you'll know that now the consolidation is over. We have broken either the support or the resistance. We have picked the direction. Now or no, we are going down. It means I'll just be looking for opportunities in that direction that the price broke into. So we're gonna end it here, guys. I hope you have learned something. One concept here, market structure is very, very, very important in your trading. If you can't read the market structure, if you don't know or not the structure, is it going up or down or sideways, then you won't know or not you should be looking at which type of setups, because you'll find yourself looking for buying opportunities when the structure is saying downtrend. So to avoid such mistakes, it's very, very important that you know the market structure. You can read the market structure. So I hope after this video you won't be confused with the market structure. You'll be able to read the market structure, then look for the appropriate relevant bargaining setup. So cheers, guys. I'll see you in the next one.